Один из двух самых удаленных штатов Америки, единственный штат, полностью отделенный от материка, и однозначно самый экзотичный штат, затерянный в средней части Тихого океана. Гавайи могут раскрыться для вас по-разному, в зависимости от острова, на который вы едете, и типа отдыха, который вы ищете. Следующая серия видео будет посвящена острову Мауи, второму по величине среди 8 основных островов архипелага. Впереди нас ждут тропическая экзотика и контрасты на острове, который я считаю лучшим в штате Гавайи. А еще Гавайи — это экзотические фрукты, и сейчас мы пойдем попробуем Драгонфрут, потому что мы приехали на ферму, где их выращивают, поэтому пойдем посмотрим. Остановка первая, вот такой паркинг-лот, парковка. Здесь собираются все участники группы, которые записались на определенное время. Зарезервируйте себе место, позвоните по номеру телефона, который можно найти в Google Maps, и обязательно сделайте резерв, потому что туры проходят только в утреннее время, они все проходят с гидом, поэтому если вы просто решите приехать в любое удобное для вас время, вы можете не попасть. Вот эта девушка прекрасная, наш гид на сегодня.
Yeah, mixed tequila, and it also makes agave syrup. This guy is nicknamed the century plant because it can take up to a century for this plant to actually grow and bloom into full size. Not grow, I'm sorry, to bloom. This guy's only a decade old, so he's doing it pretty early. The agave syrup will actually come from this bloom. It'll open up, the flowers will open up, and that's where you get the agave syrup. That's why it's more expensive than your normal honey, because it will only open up once in its lifetime. Once it does, it'll actually die. So it's really cool that you guys get to be here to see it. You can get as high as a lightning bolt.
Does it have to be a certain age to become tequila?
No. To make tequila, you just have to uproot the plant, cut all of its limbs, and only use the core. So
pineapple.
Yeah.
Like pineapple,
That's what I heard it's
right?
called.
So this is Maui's Dragonfruit Farm. We were founded in 2009 by Crystal and Larry Schmidt. We are 27.5 acres, so pretty big. We'll just do a little loop around, talk about all the different fruits and stuff. I will ramble a lot. So whatever you guys want to know, just throw questions out. It's your tour, make it special for you guys. Yeah. If you guys can't tell, I do enjoy talking, so a perfect place for me. I just wanted to point out this driveway. As we were driving down, you see the palm trees are all kind of short. So these guys right here are bottle palms. They're nicknamed champagne bottle palms because they kind of look like a champagne bottle exploding. If you see the ones a little farther down, those are triangle palms. They get their name because they're in the shape of a triangle and they grow on 3 sides. So kind of named based on what they look like. I'm originally from North Carolina. Didn't know there were multiple palm trees in the world. So it's all a learning experience for us all. All the palm trees down this driveway, they're all kind of short. These are all dwarf palms. That's because in Laniopoko, that's the subdivision of Lahaina we're in right now. It means in Hawaiian land of the short coconut trees. Well, land of the short coconuts, really. And that's because for 2 reasons. One, we have some really gnarly trade winds that come behind us from the West Maui Mountains and then was whipped through this valley up to 70 miles per hour. So the trees know if they grow straight up, they'll just fall right over. As well, we're on an island, so super coarse lava rocks in the ground and just big rocks everywhere. So the trees can't grow straight down because of the rocks. So otherwise they grow outwards, so for stability and because of the rocks, that makes them short and stumpy rather than really tall and skinny. We have a coconut tree that we'll walk to in a minute, and that one is a dwarf coconut tree as well.
Cool. For how long have you been working here?
I've been working here almost 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, so
you
pretty
must
great.
enjoy it so much.
Yeah, I'm from North Carolina, as I was saying, and I just canceled my flight home. That's how I came.
Are you hiring, guys?
Yes. I'm actually unpaid, though. I'm a volunteer.
perfect.
Yeah. So I'm here through a program called Wolf. So my payment is to live here. So I don't pay any. I live on the property. There's 17 of us. We all live on the property. We work here. We get fed as part of our payment as well. And then I get to do chores and stuff and tips from that. And then we're opening a food truck. So I heard we might make hourly then. So I will no longer be an unemployed college graduate. It's really exciting to hear. But yeah, so this behind us, I'm gonna reach out, is aloe vera pot. This is candelabra aloe, but it has a really funky smell. So I'm gonna give you guys a piece so you get to smell it. This aloe vera, based on the smell. So you're gonna guess what the smell is. I'm gonna make a pretty big piece and just cut it off in half. So I would not recommend getting this yellow goo on yourself that I just got on myself. Just hold it like this, maybe, because that goo is what smells. It's candelabra.
Вот такое алоэ вера. Из него что-то течет. Течет сок, который, говорят, что пахнет. Да, очень пахучая субстанция. Очень полезна для кожи. Вот такие кокосовые деревья занимают 10 лет, чтобы они начали плодоносить. Так что если вы увидели кокос в живой природе, в натуральной природе, значит ему больше 10 лет.
Flower, the more desperate you are.
Oh.
Be aware of the size of flower you're picking and what ear you're putting in. Just what you're representing. You never know. I can pick you guys a flower off.
We have a bachelor here. Pick the big one.
Don't worry, I will
И вот сейчас нам показали растение пламерия, которое вот за моей спиной. Это вот такие гавайские цветочки, которые часто можно увидеть на фотографиях. И, как нам объяснили, для гавайской культуры это имеет глубокий символизм. Не только цветок и его расположение, куда ты его пристраиваешь, но и размер цветка. То есть девушки на левой стороне носят те, кто уже занят, потому что в Америке engagement, обручальные кольца и женильные кольца носят на левой руке. Если девушки носят цветок на правой стороне, это значит, что они ищут партнера. И также размер цветка имеет значение. То есть если цветок большего размера, это значит, что ты в активном поиске. Ну, а если такой скромненький цветочек, то ты так присматриваешься. Do you know what's the island behind you?
Yeah, good question. Do you know? No. Do you guys know?
Lanai.
He knows Lanai.
Lanai.
So the real pronunciation is Lanai, but if you're not gonna traditionally say Hawaii, you don't really have to say Lanai. Unless you meet someone from Lanai, then they might correct you. There's one city called Lanai City. That's actually independently owned by the billionaire and owner of Oracle. Larry Ellison owns that island independently. Yes, it's his island. He only actually owns 95% of it because the other 5% are beaches. And in Hawaii, all beaches are public property, always are. So if you ever see a private property sign on a beach, just ignore it. They're just being rude. Bill Gate actually rented out that entire island for his wedding. Which is funny because he's getting divorced and he's hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, he rented out that island for his wedding. The beach, obviously, he wanted to have his wedding on the beach in Hawaii. Makes sense. A local fisherman was actually fishing on the beach, and Bill Gates' security kicked him off the beach. The fisherman got upset, sued Bill Gates, and ended up winning a couple $1 million.
Okay, are we going, guys?
Yeah, pretty cool.
It goes back. Yeah.
You'll see me next day. You'll see on tabloids. Farmer attacked celebrity. Gotta get my money. Gotta get my payout. Sorry, I should say farmer is attacked by celebrity.
Yeah, sounds better. Phrase
I'm
better.
not gonna be doing anything but standing there and getting my money. Yeah, so that's Lanai. This guy over here, you can see the flat one, more towards the sea. That's Kaho'olawe. That's actually unpopulated. In World War II, the U.S. government decided that would be a really great island to practice bombing. So they did a lot of bomb tests on that island. There's still undetonated landmines on the island and around ocean lines, so you can't even get near that without the Coast Guard escorting you off pretty quickly. There is a couple year wait list to even get on that island to help restore it to its natural habitat, but it is now it's Hawaiian cultural land, so there's no more bomb tests or anything like that.
На Гавайях, если вы владеете какой-то землей, если вы владеете какой-то собственностью, закон вас обязывает выращивать как минимум 2 разных вида фруктовых деревьев. Так что если собираетесь купить какую-то землю, какую-то собственность, не забудьте посадить 2 фруктовых дерева.
3,000 acres of lahaina, actually, one of the biggest fires we've had here. Before the fire, we were the biggest USDA organic certified dragon fruit farm in the United States of America. Really exciting. Now we're not even half that, unfortunately. So you can see fields 3 and 4 right there are kind of empty. Just the ones that burned down, and then we got fields 1 and 2. Looking pretty good. So that's exciting. So you guys can kind of see working field and it's bare bones. Visit us in a year, so you'll see it again. Really exciting. But yeah, succulent works.
А вот эти суккуленты, они съедобные, так что кто-то из нас сейчас попробует. Ну, это буду не я.
Yeah, you don't even have to rub it. You can just like hold it in your hand. Do you guys want to try it?
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
I can do it with you.
I need your honest opinion.
Great.
So you have to... Aren't you making fun of us? You have to rub first, or it's just optional?
No, I'm not poisoned.
It's true?
It dries your tongue out.
Really?
Yeah.
What does it taste like? What is supposed to do?
I try not to taste it when I'm doing it. Well, especially in the desert and in Cali.
Tingly.
It's a good place to purchase around it.
What is supposed to do?
Just shows a good example of that. Let's not fall off the hill.
It's like a little
Do not worry. Do not fret. And then we have jam for purchase that's made from our dragon fruit. If that interests you. But yeah, so these are actually buds, flowers, which I wanted to point out because these are the first flowers of the season. And we actually had a flower open up last night. We're actually gonna walk this way. I just wanted to point out what they look like before they open up. And then we're gonna head down to the pathway.
Вот они, драгони фрукты, Драгонфрутс. Так они выглядят, когда они только созревают. Этот цветок еще не открылся.
This guy opened up last night. So they actually, flowers will only open them once fully, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And they're at their biggest. That's why this guy is looking not super open. He's actually gonna die, probably in the next few days. These guys are from South and Central America. Dragon fruit originates from there. And they're normally pollinated by nighttime fruit bats. We don't have nighttime pollinators in Hawaii, so that means all the volunteers who live on the property, we get to play bee. We have to hand pollinate every single flower on the fields.
How do you do that?
Yeah, how we do that? Great question. We use makeup brushes. You guys can gather around here if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I'll open it up a little bit. So as you can see in here, this is all the pollen. So this is a male part right here in the middle. So if I go in here, see, I don't really have any pollen in my hand, but there's pollen in there, promise. And then we'll put the pollen with the makeup brush and we'll move it into this part right here. This is the female part. This is the stamen and that's the pistil.
Oh, so you're taking it from the same plant?
Yeah, so this is a self-pollinating flower. So it has both male and female parts. So we don't have to move it to a different plant. You're fine, it's just sticks. Yeah, so we don't have to move it to a different plant or anything. We just have to move it to this part right here. We actually have 16 varieties of dragon fruit on our farm. There's over 30 in the world. So we have from white to magenta pink and every shade of pink in between. But we don't clean off our brushes between pollinations. So we get some really cool crossbreeds. Any shade of pink you can think of, as I said, half and half pink swirls, all shades. It's really fun. It makes every one of our fruits a little different, which is really cool. It takes about a month to grow. But yeah, so if we don't pollinate the flowers, it really defeats the purpose of Maui's Dragon Fruit Farm if we don't have dragon fruit in our field.
So each of these grow flowers?
Yeah, if you can see here is a bud. This right here, this baby thing is a bud. I asked my boss on average how many dragon fruits we get per plant. She couldn't give me an average, but she says that sometimes one plant will produce 100 fruits in a season, while some plants will produce none. So it really depends what the fruit feels like, or the plant feels like that season.
How much water does it take on average?
These guys are on irrigation systems, so they're water daily.
Oh.
This is a Vietnamese style of growing, basically a cactus tree.
So it's a succulent type, right?
Yeah, so it's a cement stick in the middle and then a cement circle on the top and it'll come out of it. These are vine growing cactus. So at the when it's first growing, we put a little twine at the bottom and just teach it how to grow, and it'll naturally grow up the vine. So you can see sometimes they fall over. They're heavy plants. There also is windy here, so they'll get tipped over. It honestly kind of makes life easier sometimes, because like it's gonna make it kind of hard if there's a bud right here and I'm like up inside a tree. When it's falling over, I can walk up to it and be like, whoop, whoop. It can be a process.
Вот они, бутончики, которые в итоге превратятся в большие цветы. После этого их нужно будет опылить вручную. Цветение происходит ночью. Ночью никакие насекомые практически не летают, не могут выполнять эту работу, поэтому работники фермы должны все это вручную производить. И после этого будет цветок, который засохнет, и из него выйдет фрукт.
Pineapples, it takes about 18 months to 2 years for a pineapple to grow. So it's a long process. They need water, they need sun, and space. You can see how big they get. Each pineapple plant will only produce one pineapple in its lifetime. But this right here is a shoot off of the mother plant called a ratoon. They can have up to 4 ratoons in its lifetime, and each ratoon will grow its own pineapple. So in one plant, you get up to 4 pineapples. But it can take, the 4th generation ratoon can take up to 4 years to grow. So it's a long process. The smaller, or like every ratoon, will produce a smaller and a sweeter pineapple. So if you're at your farmers markets or your fruit stands, gravitate toward the smaller pineapple, because that guy's actually going to be sweeter and tastier.
Smaller?
Yeah, this is not the thing where bigger is better. The 3rd and 4th generation ratoons are actually so sweet and so dense, you can't buy them at the grocery store. And that's because for a premium product, you have to pay a premium price. So that's where you get your pineapple beers, pineapple wineries. Wineries, breweries, canneries, they're more willing to pay a higher price for pineapples that are going to be sweeter and tastier. And their drinks. If you like wine, Mauи winery, only winery on the island, super tasty pineapple wine. I do dabble in that as well.
Ананасовые кусты развиваются 1,5-2 года перед тем, как начать плодоносить. Как нам сказали, молоденькие ананасы, они больше по размеру и не такие сладкие. Компании, которые производят продукцию с использованием ананасового сока или ананасов, они предпочитают более зрелые плоды, которые как раз-таки небольшие и сладкие, при этом платят за них дороже. Поэтому, если вы любите ананасовый вкус и покупаете что-то с ананасом, то эта продукция скорее тоже будет не такой уж и дешевой. Это куст сахарного тростника, практически единственное растение, которое выращивается на этой ферме, да и практически на всем острове. Производство сахарного тростника на Гавайях уже давно свернулось, его больше нет, поэтому сахарный тростник здесь больше не выращивают.
No? Alright. So it grows on the tree like a fist. It'll be green, and then it'll open up with weird zombie hands and yellow. It actually has no fruit inside, it's all rind. But you can make zest, marmalades, jams, essential oils, teas. The leaves actually act as a natural scratch and sniff. So I'm going to give you guys each a leaf, or each group a leaf. And then you can just scratch it and sniff.
I want a cocktail.
Scratch.
Oh, yeah.
It smells stronger than a lemon.
Make a mojito with it.
There you go.
Oh.
I think a mojito.
Lemon, lemongrass, lime, kind of mix. Yeah, citrus. So I have a tent on that side of property, and I walk over here. I'll just a few, dab here, dab there. Nature's perfume.
Вы видели новое развлечение, которое здесь. Значит, тут стоят 2 будки, между ними натянут трос. Я вижу, что на будку номер 1 уже загрузили туристов, и, по-моему, там в шлемах они. Сейчас их будут катать по канатной дороге. Не знаю, успею ли я снять, но мне кажется, это интересно. Поехали с ветерком. Вот такой недолгий полет.
Stop right here. Lift this bad boy up. So, we have 3 types of bananas that grow on our property. The one you're videotaping, that's an ice cream banana. It gets its name because it kind of tastes like ice cream. It's vanilla flavored. The inside will actually melt, similar to soft serve ice cream. Cuban red. So if you look down at your banana bread, you'll have like red and orange streaks through it versus your normal brown, black streaks you get in banana bread. That's when you know that's what they're using. bananas. So what I'm holding, you probably were wondering. This is a banana heart. You can see on that ice cream bananas, the one with the wasp on it, that's a heart right there. This is what bananas come from. So you can see these rows of flowers, and then if I lift this up, these rows of flowers, and then lift this up, that row of flowers, every single one of these flowers is going to become a banana. So this guy got cut off, I guess because, I don't know, the stalk was big or something. We usually either they fall off or we have to cut them off ourselves, just because the tree won't know this is dead or done producing, and the bananas will be gross and not big, so we have to actually cut this off ourselves. But yeah, so what happens is these flowers will be pollinated normally by ants. They're like one of the only insects that can get in between all these layers of the flower, of the heart. Then these will just like rip off, these little pieces will just rip off. And then the flowers, if you can see they're starting to be a little green right there, that's the start of the banana stem. So these literally will become the bananas themselves, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys can feel it if you want.
World is not going to be the same anymore.
I didn't know pineapples.
Это Cuban Red Banana. Когда они созревают, шкура становится красной, а внутри они оранжевые. И нам сказали, что попробовать местный банановый хлеб будет просто шикарно, потому что это тот секретный ингредиент, и они используют именно его, эти бананы, чтобы изготавливать этот хлеб, и какой-то он имеет невероятный вкус. В общем, мы заинтересовались.
Weight on this tree, it actually took off. It's completely hollow. The entire plant is hollow, the limbs are hollow, the top limbs are hollow. I can actually peel off a leaf if you want to see. Alright, if you want to look, it's just a little baby limbs, you can't really tell, but if you look closely, you can see that it's hollow. They're usually bigger than this, you can look really closely, you can see the little hole. Yeah, so there's actually a vegan, zero-waste restaurant called Mocha Roots that uses these as straws. Pretty cool.
There you go.
Zero waste. Papayas. This is a female papaya tree, so it has fruit growing on it.
Из этого в ресторанах делают трубочки для питья, чтобы не использовать пластик и не засорять океан.
The trees grow, so they're pretty fast to turn around. Almost like 2 months to a year, a little more sometimes. They are plants. So I can give you an estimate, but sometimes they kind of do what they want to do.
Вот такие банановые маленькие подростки. Банановые деревья растут 10 месяцев, и потом из бананового сердца, ну так называется, из такой почки вырастают вот эти бананчики, которые зреют несколько месяцев. Как вы успели заметить, самих фруктов Драгонфрут нам не показали, потому что, честно говоря, мы приехали не в сезон. Сезон начинается с июля и продолжается по ноябрь. К тому же ферма восстанавливается после большого пожара, который они пережили в 2019 году. Ну и тому, что мы увидели, мы были тоже рады. Ну вот и все, наш тур подошел к концу. Мы увидели сегодня немножко больше, чем на самом деле мы предполагали. Показали нам экзотические фрукты. Было интересно посмотреть, как растет все то, что в итоге попадает в магазины и к нам на стол. Сейчас нас будут угощать фруктами.
Chico. It's like brown sugar. You can open it. There's a little seed in the middle, but don't eat that. But super tasty. I would wait till it gets a little squishier to be more ripe. You guys have some too. There's one in here. So we have papayas, we have avocados, we have cold water, we have chicos, we have apple bananas. They just need a little bit. You can see they're getting a little yellow here.
Yeah.
And then you guys have a pineapple as well. Do you guys want your pineapple?
Sure.
I can give you a knife and a cutting board if you want to eat it now. So what happens is, do you mind if I take the top off? No. Okay. So I just peel. So yeah, that's how every plant or every pineapple on our property is made from the top to the other ones. This is what we do. We peel off these layers like this. We cut off the very tip so the root nodes show, so we get some little black dots. Let it callus over. It's really important to let it callus because if you put it in water immediately, it'll actually mold. It'll be smelly and gross. So let it callus over for a few days, let it be a little tough. Then you put it in the water. That's about a month. It's been in there. Yeah, right? Oh, gosh. But yeah, that's how it works. And then in 2 years, you'll have a pineapple. So it takes a while.
How do I peel it?
Cool.
What is it called?
Eat it now or sub?
Sour.
Sub.
Это ананасики. Из вот этой крышечки, потом обтирают лишние листья. 2 месяца выдерживает в воде, потом можно пересаживать в землю. Я оделась максимально, чтобы мимикрировать под местную среду. У меня неплохо получилось. Климат здесь тропический, это значит, что весь год температура держится в пределах 20 градусов, то есть можно жить в шортах и футболке весь год. Единственное, что помимо общего климата есть микроклимат, и на каждом острове он немножко разный, потому что на Мауи, допустим, есть два больших горных хребта, которые удерживают облака с одной стороны, с другой стороны получается, что если обещали шторм, дождь, какую-то пасмурную погоду, иногда облака застревают на другой стороне и не доходят до той стороны, на которой вы находитесь. Вчера шанс дождя был 50%, сегодня практически весь день обещали дождь, но, к нашему большому удивлению, немножко поморосило вчера, а сегодня просто температура врубила до 40 градусов, и все небо расчистилось. И, в общем, вот такую картину с голубыми облаками мы наблюдаем сегодня весь день, и я надеюсь, что так и останется до нашего отъезда. В будущем хочу обойтись без типичных и шаблонных журналистских описаний, что это рай на земле, что такого места вы нигде больше не найдете. Все же все познается в сравнении. Гавайи, безусловно, самый экзотичный штат из всех, а насколько это правда, вы сможете сделать вывод сами после просмотра серии видео отсюда. Я хочу показать, что здесь есть, что мы успели посмотреть, рассказать интересные факты, чтобы вы узнали что-то новое, и, может быть, даже дать вам несколько идей, если вы собираетесь посетить это место. Я надеюсь, что после этого видео вы вспомните что-то из того, что я рассказала, когда встретите эти фрукты на прилавках магазина. В следующем видео расскажу про морских черепах, а потом мы отправимся в самое сопло вулкана. Оставайтесь с нами, палец вверх, и как обычно я напоминаю вам, будьте путешественниками, а не туристами.